Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about world geography. Sorry for the delay. I was very sick. I couldn't do any videos. I'm going to be doing a slideshow today. It's basically me talking about what's on your screen right now. Let's hop into it now. So, the introduction. There are 7 fascinating continents in the world: Antarctica, Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. I'm going to be talking about a little bit of each of those continents. Asia. Asia is the biggest and most populated continent in the whole world. So it has the most people living in it, and it's the biggest. Asia is home to the tallest mountain range, the Himalayas. Asia is home to some of the fascinating wildlife too. Tigers and elephants are just 2 of the millions of animals in Asia. Russia is located in Asia. Well, part of Russia, basically. The Asian side of Russia and the Europe side of Russia. There's 2 parts. The Asian side of Russia is a place where not many people live because of the weather. Asia is an interesting and awesome continent. Next up is Australia. Australia is a continent that is a motherlode of wildlife. Australia is a country and a continent. There are many islands in Australia. So, there's a country of Australia and the continent is the same name. The continent is all of these islands and Australia itself. The country is just the island of Australia. It's a big island. Australia used to be a place for British slaves until its independence. So the British people, when you know how they conquered and had a huge empire, they put their slaves in Australia. Australia has been popular for the Great Barrier Reef. That's the biggest reef system in the world. Australia includes New Zealand as the island and many more, like Fiji. Australia is just north of Antarctica, 2,000 miles apart, but it's north of Antarctica. It's a hot continent even though it's above Antarctica in the map. It's a big different distance, but yeah. Australia is a continent that is a wonder to some people, so I just told you the basics of the continent. It's no big deal. Africa. Africa has the most countries. It also includes the Sahara Desert, which is the biggest desert in the world. Yeah, the Sahara Desert is the biggest desert. You see the northern Africa? You're thinking the north of the continent is supposed to be cold, but the north of Africa is very hot because of the Sahara Desert. The Nile River is the home of Africa. No, it's not the home of Africa. Africa is the home to the Nile River. I'm messing up here. So, the Nile River is in Africa. You're thinking that, hey, I thought that Africa was supposed to be hot and there was not a lot of water. How is the longest river in the world in Africa? It just is. Africa has an island called Madagascar. It's a tourist attraction. Everyone goes there when they visit Africa. It's one of the not miss things. Everyone that goes to Africa is gonna be stunned no matter what happens. If you're having a bad day, just learn the geography of Africa. It's very interesting. Even the history of Africa, like the Mali Empire and the history of Egypt. Next slide. Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest continent in the world. So sometimes they call like the Antarctica the snow desert. It is a snow desert. Yeah, you're probably thinking that deserts are always of sand, but there's also snow deserts. Antarctica's average temperature is -10 to -60 degrees Fahrenheit. Dude, that is so freezing that you won't survive without a jacket, like a heavy, heavy jacket. Not many people live on this continent. Only scientists live here to study the animals. The most popular animal that lives in Antarctica is a penguin. Not polar bears don't live here. They live other parts like in Canada, the islands of Canada, and other places. North America. North America is the continent that I live in. It is a balanced continent in my opinion. North America is sometimes confused with South America, but they are totally different in many things. The Rocky Mountains is a mountain range that spreads through the United States and Canada, just like the Himalayas, except they're in Asia. North America is home to the redwood forest. That is where the biggest trees are. Yeah, like literally. I looked at a photo of the redwood trees. They're so tall. Like, I looked at a photo and I was like, I bet that's enough to fit 1,000,000 people stacked up one on one, each other. South America. South America is the home of the Amazon rainforest and the Amazon River. So, both Amazons. The Amazon rainforest is the biggest rainforest in the world, and that is huge, huge. See, it's in Peru, Brazil, and part of many other countries. The Amazon River is the second largest river in the whole world. There are many types of animals in South America. The Aztec Empire, which was one of the biggest of the many empires in the world, was located in South America. So the Aztec Empire was an empire a long time ago, and it was a huge empire. It was located in South America. Next continent, Europe. Europe is a small continent, but its countries have been very conquering over the last couple centuries. So you see how there was Germany conquering the eastern side, Great Britain conquering the Americas, South America and North America. It's complicated. Europe has a part of Russia in it. So that's the part where people live in, actually. And the more popular cities like St. Petersburg and Moscow. It is a continent with a very complicated history. So the conqueringness was just started 4 centuries ago. But even longer than that, 79 AD or BC, it was the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, and all that stuff. Europe has many famous foods like pizza and bread. I mean, pizza is very popular, and so is bread. Spain is a country in Europe that helped Christopher Columbus in discovering North and South America. Spain actually paid for all the things that Christopher Columbus needed in discovering the North and South Americas. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and make sure to share the video. Please.